2, 1.
How are you, buddy?
Good afternoon, good evening, Gary. It is our 8th edition of Barbers Arms. I'm so excited for tonight's show. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. Beautiful weather, good company, some great beer lined up for tonight. So what more could I want for?
Do you have your we've got some really nice gifts this week from Jackie at the BBA. We've got a Patron tequila and there's little mule glasses that we've got with us. So have you got all them ready?
I've got that. I'm going to do a special mix for us tonight. So I'll pass you one through when I've finished it. I've got all the ingredients waiting for you. So yeah, we're all ready to rumble, mate. Really. What you drinking tonight on your normal beer?
I've got some nice Massini, some Italian lager. And I'm going to have a few tequilas. Be nice.
I've got the usual firewater from Canada. I've got some American IPA as usual, which is made me stalwart. But I met a lad today who I haven't seen for 20 years getting a loaf of bread, would you believe? And years ago, I used to drink nothing but this all the time. And he bought a bit of a glass. Oh, man. We used to drink gallons of. So for a bit of nostalgia, I bought one of them, and I thought I haven't had a drink of that for must be 25 years. So I've always been a bitter man, like you know, and I'm going to try one of them tonight as a bit of a take me back. You know, when you drink something or you hear a song and it takes you back to somewhere different or good memories. Met some really fantastic blokes.
Really good memories about Nuki Brown. Very early in my late teens, I used to play squash quite a lot, and I went to a squash club and we got absolutely hammered on Newcastle Browns. And then about midnight we went into the sauna, and it's the worst hangover I've ever had, because we spent about 3 hours in sauna after we've been hammered on Newcastle Browns, about 8 Newcastle Browns. So I've not really drunk it since. I think sometimes when you've had a drink, it sometimes makes you feel a bit hungover. You sometimes stay away from it. Do you know what I mean? But I do like it, and I always want to drink of it. But it always fetches me back to that time when I had that really bang over. But first of all, I'd like to say, wow, we are so delighted at Barbers Arms that nearly 60,000 views from last week's show. So guys, we are so over the moon. Lots of people say it's the most watched show in lockdown. Me and Gary started this as a bit of a light humor and a little bit of a light and entertainment on a Friday night. So many people, Gary, you're the same. You had so many people saying that Friday night you get a shower, you get ready, you get your few drinks in front of you to watch Barbers Arms, and we are so pleased. I'm sure Trevor, who devised this at Barbers, British Barbers Association, and Jackie will be delighted with the viewing numbers that we've had. But so much thank you to everybody that's viewed us over the last 8 weeks. But it's just building massive momentum, and to get those viewing figures from what we did last week is just unbelievable. And tonight's show is going to be even better. Gary, tell us who's on tonight's show.
So I'm going to bring on a fantastic hairdresser, Mr. Rick Roberts. He's from Yorkshire. He's up your neck of the woods, a bit further up, I think. He's the current hairdresser of the year, I think, Afro hairdresser of the year. Absolutely fantastic guy, lovely fella. So we're going to be interviewing him on the second half of the show, and then you're going to be bringing another special guest on, aren't you?
This guy's a kind of an award-winning multi superstar in India. I mean, he's like the Pied Piper of hairdressers. When I see this guy in an exhibition, when I've been in Mumbai or Delhi or wherever, this guy just like got 400 or 500 people walking behind him, Gary. It's unbelievable. So this is Jawed Habib. He's got 900 salons in India. He's going to be branching out into barbering as well as his hairdressing empire. So, this is going to be an amazing show tonight. And I know the next few weeks coming up, we've got some amazing guests coming on Barbers Arms, and we're going to try and take it local as well. So, guys, keep sending your messages in. I know Trevor and I know Gary works very hard in terms of looking at the local barbers that are watching us. And it's not just about being a global show, but we want to get all the local grassroots barbers give you a shout as well on what we're doing as well. Thanks to Tyson Fury for my T-shirt, the Gypsy King. Thank you, Tyson, world champion. Got this in the last couple of days, I think, which is really nice.
It looks a bit big on you. Looks a bit big on you, that does.
Hang on a minute. Gary, got a message for you. You big dosser.
Anyway, I've got a special addition to the show today. So when you hear this now, from now on, we've got a little. Woo! That means you gotta do a shot, and you're two behind as well at the moment, because I'm sure some of our viewers noticed that you weren't doing as much as me last week. So you got some catching up to do, you have.
Okay, so listen, viewers, watch. This is the beautiful tequila. The what Gary's drinking is Patron. I'm going to put a little drop in to start, because it's obviously a long show tonight. So I'm going to just put a little drop in there. No faking it. Here we go. And then.
Salute. Yeah, it's good stuff, that is. I haven't started on the tequila yet. I'm just blending myself in early with my cinnamon whiskey, because I do like a whiskey, so I can drink that till it comes out my ears. It's just when I get onto the old moonshine that it all goes tits.
You've had a busy day though, like a lot of barbers we speak to. I spoke to you today when we did this production meeting. You was in your salon, and what were happening today?
We've been doing our usual stuff, had the electricians in. I've had Paul from Moda Interiors. He looks after all our chairs. He's Balmont specialist. So a big shout out to Paul. He's a great guy. Comes from Milton Keynes. So he's serviced all our chairs. I think we had 10 chairs done today. We had four done in one, and he's coming back and doing some others. So I think it'll be about 10 altogether. Just generally, we've been really busy with the BBA. Membership is up, so we're constantly working with the authorities, so working with other people within the industry to our membership is great. So what we're trying to do is get the message out there with using the code of practice and trying to update it with the COVID-19 restrictions that are coming in as well. So anybody wants any information, just go to our webpage or BritishBarbers.com as well. So get in there, make yourself a member, and you can access all the everything on there. So yeah,
I think the nice thing as well, Gaz, is from us early shows as well, it's a bit lighter. We've got light at end of tunnel, like we said last week. 4th of July, there's petitions saying we want to open up earlier in barber shops and hairdressing salons, and I hope that does. Dentists are going to be opening up, so I hope that's going to happen. But any questions you've got as well, we've got a new website that's opened up on Barbers Arms. Look, we're getting very sophisticated. This is a pub now with a website, so you can join us on the barbersarms.co.uk, or you can join myself as well on my Instagram, which is Simon Shaw Simon Shaw Wahl, or Gary on the British Barber, or Barbers_arms as well on Instagram. These will just be popping up on your screens as we are speaking. These are just new additions, because we get lots of questions coming in through the week, lots of interaction through the week as well, based on the topics that me and Gary talk about. So there's a few websites and also Instagrams for you guys to follow as well. I think, Gary, one thing, listening to the news today as well, like Premier League's going to go back, which is not just good for football. And I'm a Man United fan, so it's like I don't want Liverpool to win the league, but they've got 2 wins away. It's going to come back. But I just think generally for people to watch it, it's going to be like 65 games are going to be live, and I think 28 of them are going to be streamed free of charge as well. I think they're trying to do everything that they can to get everything back to kind of a normality in terms of watching some sport, and obviously from a betting point of view and sensibly and responsibly. But obviously, I think it's just there's a lot of things this week that I felt, I don't know about you, that's becoming a little bit more normal.
Yeah. I think everything. Sometimes I just think government can get the information out there a little bit, not particularly sooner, but a bit clearer. I mean, we've been. I'm trying to stay off social media because it's driving me crazy, to be honest. You know, everybody's buying all PPE, and I don't want to go through that again. I know we've covered it before. The price of PPE and everything else is coming down. Don't panic buy. Just get out there, look after your shop, tidy it up, make sure it's all nice and clean, ready to going back. We've still got this 5 weeks tomorrow. I mean, 5 weeks tomorrow. I mean, we've had a long time off. I think it is very positive, like you said. You know, 1st of June. I know my youngest child, Millie, she's in last year of school, and they were on about going back on the 1st. Now it's the 15th. So I think open air markets and I think it's car sales are allowed open now, and then all retail is on the 15th. So just got to hang in there. Don't be tempted to go back. Don't be tempted to actually go out there, and no matter what your customers say, don't get badgered into doing so. I noticed it locally, and I was quite shocked, really. We've had one in the news here that somebody's been repeatedly offending by using the shop, and they've gone in, the police have, and they've put a prohibition order on and confiscated all the tools and equipment. I mean, how stupid, you know, it's crazy. They've had a big fine. I just don't get it. Ridiculous. So, you know, it's we've just got to hang in there, haven't we? We're on the back straight now.
We've spoken about it, haven't we? We've spoken about it, and lots of people have asked us to name and shame on this show, and we've spoken about it, and you've spoken about it individually with people that message you through the week, and I've had thousands of people messaging me through the week. Look, Dick, stop it. You know, you're getting rumbled now, because I think people's had enough of you. Everybody's doing the time properly, and I think other people who kind of doing this and continue to do this, you're getting found out. So look, it's up to you guys. The way you're handling yourselves, if you're still cutting hair and you're still going around cutting hair, you're promoting it, you know, you're gonna be about as popular as that pissed off barber, you know, because he's a proper dick. So and you know, unfortunately for you guys, you guys are getting named where he's a coward and he keeps behind his pissed off barber. I shouldn't even be saying it because I'm promoting him. Fuck me, what a knob. Get out your skin, come out and tell us who you are. Yeah. Stop fanning about, you fanny. You keep telling everybody and slagging people off and slagging top presenters off and slagging barbers off. Watch this tonight. Look, it's me that's saying to you, please come out. I want to fight you in a 3-minute round fight for charity, wherever you are. All right, you dick, get out of there. Let's have you. So, Gary, that's all. Anyway, Rocky, because I've got my Tyson Fury top on, you see.
Right. Anyway, we've got our first guest, Nearly, I think, arriving. He's in the green room. He's about ready to come in. So I think there's somebody at the door, I think, there somewhere. Is Jawed there?
Let him into the bar.
Come on, Jawed. Don't be shy. Is he there? Jawed.
Is he in?
I don't think he's quite there yet. So I mean, he must be walking up the back car park. I think he's just parking up. So we'll just give him another couple of minutes.
My thoughts.
Can I give a couple of shout outs as well while we're on? I know we've got some regular visitors to the Arms. Loads of people out there that constantly give us support. But there is a special lady out there. It's Alison Bailey Titterton. What a name that is. What a lovely lady. She's an ex-colleague, lovely hairdresser, great girl. So I give her a big shout out. Also, a big shout out to John Bourne, who works in Worcester. He's a great guy. I know you know him yourself, Simon. Lovely barber. He's a man after my own heart. He stands for everything that's right in the industry. And he did a great
salon.
I meant to bring it up last week. but he did a great editorial in his local rag, and it was a really good read. So big shout out to him and his lovely wife, who they have formal Fridays on a Friday. So, Jawed, how are you?
Always
Hey,
good, dear.
Jawed.
How? Romance with him, man.
What's that?
Good, good, good. It's
Okay.
good morning. It's good morning for me. It's around 1 o'clock in the morning for me in India.
Oh, wow. Well, listen, bro, it's great to have you on Barber's Arms for our English viewers and obviously our Indian viewers as well. You know, personally, I've been out to India lots of times. We've seen each other lots of times at exhibitions. I refer to you as, I've been on a stage in India or a platform, and wherever you are, there's 500 people following you. You are a rock star within Indian hairdressing and barbering. Bro, listen, if I can get your status that you have in India, in the UK, I'll be like so delighted. How are you?
Always good. Always good, yes. Just working hard, romancing with my profession, romancing with the hair, romancing with my business. And that's it. This is what is my life.
Jawed, just tell our viewers as well, just a little bit about yourself, how many salons you've got in the Indian areas, and a little bit about your career.
Well, I've been working now 30 years. I've been trained at Morris in London, and I used to work there. Then I got back to India, and I was a part of my dad's business. And today I run 900 plus salon. Wow. I run 80 academies. And we have a pool of 10,000 hairdressers working for us now. And it's not just India. We are in India, we are in Bangladesh, we are in Nepal, we are in Dubai, we are in Singapore, we are in Kenya. And every month we open at least 15 salons a month. That's our average.
Wow.
So we give job to at least 150 people a month. This is what is our progress.
I mean, guys, for you guys that's going to view this tonight, and also you guys that view this afterwards, you know what I'm like when I go to Salon International, and we have a big following at Wahl, and we do when we go to India. But this guy literally walks around an exhibition with a massive crowd following him. When I've gone outside for a bit of fresh air, which is not that fresh in India, there is thousands of people just wanting to get the photographs taken with him, and he's a real superstar in Indian hairdressing and barbering.
No, so, but I think I'm just a professional. I think this is the way I presented myself, and as a glamorous person, but a businessman, a proper businessman.
Yeah, obviously, for sure. I mean, anybody who's got like 900 salons, whether they're owned or by franchise, you've got to have so much big business acumen about you. How do you see, you know, like we hear rumors that you're going to move into barbering as well. So at the minute, these salons are like unisex.
At the moment, I run 7 brands in the market. So I got a brand which is for a smaller size, a medium size, a bigger size. Just a haircut, hair and beauty and makeup. So I run 7 brands in the market, and hopefully I plan to start 2 more brands this year. Because see, we need to understand, I'm into franchising business, and every month for my own growth, I need to introduce a new brand. I think this is what is my mind says. And let's understand India. India is a country where we have 30 million salon. 30 million salon, and out of this 30 million salon, only 6 million salon are organized sector. It means, you know, there's so much can be done in India. I mean, if I say I want to open 10,000 salon to 20,000 salon, that's possible. And why it's possible? Because the size of India is so huge. And my forte is education, because I think education can change any profession. Any education can bring the future with you. The education bring a brand to you. You know why people follow me? Because I'm a teacher. I teach people. I mean, fan following is not easy. It's not easy at all.
Jawed, that's a good point that you brought up. I know you're very successful with your salons and your brand. And I know, you know, you've actually been to one of our shows that we put on in Mumbai, haven't you? When we did a big show in an auditorium for the BDA. Yes. and I know you're very committed to education as well. Give us an idea of what you do for your education. How many academies do you run in India?
We run 80 academies, 80. And we train around 8 to 10,000 people per year. And it's a completely franchising system. But of course, you know, the trainer is by me, the system is by me, the syllabus is by me, everything is by me. They need to only follow me, that's it. And I think for any profession, education should be a base. And I think this is what I've been talking to the whole world. Hairdressing is not an art, it's a science. Let's understand this. You should be able to feel hair. And I'm sure once you feel hair, that shows, you know, you are a scientist of hair. I think that is what is required.
Fantastic. I mean, I can see you're very passionate about your job, and you fit in very well with the company that we have on here, because we have some great guests. But when we actually talk to guests, it's very rare that we get an insight into what makes them tick. And, you know, it can be very easy for you to switch off or even slow down, but you look like a person that's just heading for another idea every single day.
Well, I get up in the morning and I have idea for my profession. I mean, I dream here. That's the only thing I can say. Because for me, I said it's not a passion, it's a romance. I do romance with my profession.
He opens the shop every third day.
Jawed,
are you drinking tonight? Are you drinking tonight with us?
No, I'm just having a water. That's it. It's 1 o'clock in the morning for me, man.
Whoa, Gary, he's in the barber's arms. He's not having a drink. What's wrong with? Every time I come to India, I love the Kingfisher Ultra. I love having a drink with you guys. It's the hospitality out there. I mean, I've been out to India. Gary, I know you've been out there, but I've been out like 8, 9 times.
But you will never see me in the party. I never go to any parties there.
No, I've never seen you at a party.
Just go to the shows. Just go to the shows. Get the crowd with me and just show my face and just run away. That's it. This is what I do. So I'm never part of any party there.
No, I've not seen you to party. I mean, I love to go into India. I love to do my work with my team at Wahl, and I love to do the seminars and the shows. And then I like to go for a beer afterwards, go to my nice hotels. I absolutely love India. I mean, Mumbai is probably my favourite place, because obviously the vibrance there, especially in Bandra. I just love it down there. And people sometimes will say to me, "What's India like?" And it's like, it's different, isn't it? India's different, but it's such a fantastic place. Once you get to know it and get over the boundaries of what you would expect, it's just a fantastic place. What's your views then? Moving in, what's your principal thoughts of going into barbering then? We hear that you're going to move into the barbering sector.
See, I think let's understand one thing. Post-corona, the whole world is changing. Post-corona, the hair profession will change a lot. Let me talk about India. Because see, people are scared. They need to have a trust. And they will only go to a brand now because they understand a brand have a hygiene, brand have a system, brand have a education. So I think out of this 30 million salon, maybe around 10 million salon will be wiped out completely. So they have to become a part of a brand. So I think this is the right time for any person or any group or any association or any brand to enter Asian market, whether it's India, it's Pakistan, it's Bangladesh, because I think these 3 countries is like a 40% population of the world. So what are we looking for? I mean, that is what is India. And India is not a country, it's a continent. It's not a country, it's the whole Europe is like a half size of India. So what number we are talking about? 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, you decide. And you need to have that goal in you. Yes, I can have 50,000 salon.
I think, you know, listening to you as well, lots of viewers will not see what your influence is in India. I love your passion. I love it. And, you know, it's like, you're right, coming out of this area, there's no stopping you for anything that you want to do, and I'm sure that you would go on and do that as well.
Jawed, I actually looked at a few videos you posted with the types of things that you're looking to do within your salons, you know, with your PPE and everything else. Beautiful salons, by the way. They're a credit to you. They look fantastic. But what do you think the impact will be on the industry because we have to wear PPE now, or, you know, hopefully it won't be forever. I think you're right. I think it's going to affect us for a long time. But do you think it's going to take away something of the experience that happens within the hairdressers or within the barbershop? It's making it quite clinical and quite impersonal, do you think, or not?
See, India, if you talk, I'll just talk about my business. I think 100 of my salons already open for the last 2 weeks' time. So I've been talking to all my partners. The business is not there. The business is not there. And even if people are coming, they're only coming for basic thing. They're only coming for haircuts and gray coverage. But no one is coming for highlights. No one is coming for straightening. Because in India, chemical is a huge business because we have a long hair and scissor is not working here. What works over here is chemical. And that work is not happening. I mean, today, L'Oreal, the biggest market is India, not Europe. So I think in the last 2 weeks' time, when I talk to my partners, the business concept is changed. The thinking of client is changed. First, they come to a salon. They want to make sure it's a safe place. They want to make sure it's hygienic place. They want to make sure the people are well, wearing a PPE kit. And PPE kit is not meant for hairdresser because our work is moving. We can't even move. Our work is talking to a client. We can't even talk to a client. So I think everything is gone. And there's no waiting. There's no consultation. Just come, get a work done, and just out. So I think the thinking of client, the thinking hairdresser is not even matching pre-corona and post-corona. So it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of time. I don't know how much time, but definitely 2020 is over. 2020 is over for this business, for this community, for this trade, for my brand, for any brand.
Yeah, I agree with you. 2020 is a bit of a write-off for traveling. I'm not coming abroad. Maybe me and Gary might get to Dubai in November, but that's all kind of in the pipeline. But every other show, even in the UK, has been cancelled. Jawed, how do you see barbering in the future in India?
As I said, post-corona, this profession will be organized well. I think it's the right time to enter. Very, very important. And as I said,
do you see lots of shops shutting down? Do you see lots of people going away and the best surviving?
No, but as I said, the 6 million salon will be completely wiped out. You know, the small salon, which is not a part of organized brand or which is not a part of organized sector, they'll be completely wiped out. And one more thing we need to understand: in India, the hairdresser is not trained. In India, the hairdresser, who are these hairdressers? Their father had been cutting hair, their mother had been cutting hair. So they've never been to even institute to learn the basic science. So they are not even a qualified hairdresser or a doctors. So I think they have to really move to a brand. They have to really move to a education center to learn the cutting. Otherwise, no one will trust them. So we need to really create a trust amongst everyone. That's tough. It's not easy. That's tough.
Well, I totally agree with you. I mean, Gary, I don't know about you, but listening to Jawed, you can understand why he's so popular in India. He's got so many salons. He's so, forget hairdressing and barbering. He's just such a good business guy. He just makes so much sense.
It's a very deadly combination. It's a very deadly combination. A technical person and a businessman. And
I think there's very few business owners out there, Jawed, that are good at both. We're either very good at doing the job, doing the hairdressing, and poor businessmen. There's very few that you're a very rare commodity where you're very good at both. So just getting back to education, what's education like? What's the quality of education like in India at the moment? I mean, we're in the Barbers' arms as well, so a lot of the people that watch the show are into barbering. Not to say that they're not interested in hairdressing, but how is the education in barbering in India at the moment? Where do you think, is that good? Can it be improved? Or?
Well, it's coming up. It's coming up. Let's divide India into two parts. One is India, which is around 10% population of India, and one is Bharat, which is around 90%. So if we talk about India, I think barbering has to come into India part first. So even if you talk, and this India means we are talking of at least 10 big cities where we have the money power, where people are aware what's happening in London or what's happening in New York or what's happening in Paris. And definitely, the Indians are definitely looking for a brand which is made in UK or made in London, not even UK or London. So London can sell a lot in India, not just India, even Bangladesh. And why we are even looking for India? Let's look for Bangladesh because that's the power. Let's look for Pakistan. That's the power. Yeah. Just focus on these three countries for next 5 years. How many salon? How many salon? You count, you decide.
Just on that, Jawed, have you got plans to come into England? Have you got plans to come to the UK in terms of opening up salons and barbershops? And if you did that, would you rely on the Indian community here to fill those shops?
No. If you want to grow, you grow on hair, not Indian hair. What percentage of Indian hair we are Indian community we are talking in UK? 4-5%. You think the business will depend on those 4-5% people? No way. You have to think of blonde hair, black hair, a Chinese hair, Indian hair, any hair. And I think for that, make sure your base is education. Whenever you go with the base of education, you can't be a failure. You can't be a failure. And I want to be everywhere, not just India. Where you see hair, I want Jawed Habib has to be there. Any part of the world, I'm ready. I'm ready for that.
What would be your global target then? What would you look at thinking, well, you've got 900 salons in India. So where would you think that, where would you stick a pin in it and say, right, that's me. That's what I wanted to achieve. What's your global ambition?
Why should I go to Europe? Why should I go to already organized market? I rather go to Africa. I rather go to East Europe. I rather go to Asia, because this is a very raw market. For me, raw market is my business. Why should I go invest money into London, which is already established market? Yeah, maybe just a one salon, just for a namesake. But for me as a businessman, I rather go to Middle East. I rather go to Africa. I rather go to a country which is hungry for hair salon. I mean, that is what.
So what you're saying, Jawed, is you're after emerging markets. You're after the markets that want to emerge and take your brand and less opposition. Obviously, let's face it. So you're a very, 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 very interesting fella. We'd love to talk more with you. I think you could teach us a lot. I'm sure. I'm
still learning.
Yeah, but listen, I think you're a superstar. I was saying to Gary, and I know Trevor got you on this, but when he said you could come on as a guest, I said, listen, I've done shows. I can remember once working on stage and you came behind me and I turned around and you went, you're doing great work. And I looked around and there was like this mass people following you. And then you came to one of our shows at Wahl, I think it was in Mumbai. And it was just like, unbelievable. It's just like the amount of people that follow.
Should I tell you something? I do a Facebook Live every day. And you know how many people comes on my show every day?
How many?
At least 1 million people every day watch me.
So make sure you share this video afterwards.
I'll do that every day. I do this show every day, and I've been doing it for the last 3 months continuously. And I'm talking of almost 1 million people watching me every day.
So based on that, Jawed, what is your close team around you? Who do you really rely on? Who's your main team that just work around you? Maybe 2 or 3 people. Who do you really rely on?
I have a team of 40 people because see, I'm a visionary. I'm a teacher. I can give a vision to my team, but you need people to work for you. So I got a team of 40 people. So I got my operation head, I got my technical head, I got my designer head, I got my marketing head. You need a team for a growth. Without these team, how many salon can you open? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10? And when you have a vision of 10,000 or 20,000 people, you need a team. And I think one more thing you need to listen to me this. As I said, India is not a country, it's a continent. So I got master franchise. So I got one rep in one state or one county who handle my business in that particular area. And they have a target to achieve. They have a target to achieve. And why? From where this target has come? Because I've studied well that state so well. What's the population? And on 500 people, you need one person. So there's a radius of 1 kilometer. I must have a salon every 1 kilometer. That is what is my business sense. Yes.
I love it.
Unbelievable.
You know, Gary, I said to you beforehand about this guy, and I think everybody's going to watch this in the next few weeks. He's just an unbelievable person. Jawed, you're an unbelievable, not only an hairdresser, but a visionary, and you've got so much passion that we can feel that coming through, and you deserve everything that you get. You know, sometimes, you know, first time I met him, Gary, I would look at him as the like kind of Nicky Clark of British hairdressing, Nicky Clark of the Indian hairdressing. When I met you, you had blonde hair, you had these big glasses on, you had a white suit on, everybody's following you around. I'm like, wow, this guy's like, and he came up and tapped me on my shoulder, you're doing good work. I'm like, oh, whoa, where's all that crowd gone? But obviously there's a lot more behind you that people need to know, because obviously what you speak about is so much sense, so much vision, so much passion. You know, I'm going to be speaking to Balaji at Wahl, India, to make sure we send you lots of Wahl goodies, lots of Wahl clippers for you to be using on all your videos. But yeah, honestly, mate, it's a privilege to have you on Barber's Arms.
We are like a family. We are like a family. Yeah. I think we need to help each other to grow. Isn't
Absolutely.
it?
That's been our ethos all the way through this, and that's the reason we started the Barber's Arms, is help the community of hairdressers and barbers, you know, and get out there and just spread a little love. It's all about collaboration, Jawed, isn't it? Anyway, Jawed, Simon's got a few questions to ask you. We ask these questions every week to our guests.
Please.
So here we go.
Jawed, we ask you these questions just to kind of get a little bit of a view of, we like to get a little bit of personality behind each individual that comes on Barber's Arms, so our viewers can find a little bit about you. So here we go. So do you prefer kissing or cuddling?
Both. To start first and then both.
We'll pair him up with David Walker then.
Both. Why only one?
What's your favorite Indian meal?
I'm not a foodie person. I'm not a foodie person at all. I don't drink. I don't eat much food. I'm just a workaholic person.
But if you had an Indian, what's your favorite Indian food?
Dal,
what would you like?
Dal.
Who would be your ideal date? Who would you like to eat dal with? Who would be your ideal person that you'd like to sit down and eat a meal with?
I don't know. I never thought on those things. But anyone who's presentable, anyone who has a nice hair also. Anyway, and for me, hair is more. I'll give you something very nice thing. You know, sometime back I was doing a very big show in India, a huge show. So there were some hairdressers from UK, and you know, like a model watch. You know, because before show we start working on models. You know what I used to say? My dear, you take all the models, whatever is left, I'll work on those models. Because for me, face is not important. For me is me on the stage. People should look at me. Why a model? Why a model? Isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Who's your favorite? Choose all of them, balance. The rest is mine. I look after them.
Who's your favorite Bollywood star?
Shah Rukh Khan.
Sorry?
Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Yes.
Shah Rukh Khan. And last question, who's your favorite hairdresser?
Just me. Just me.
Okay, guys, we've got Jawed Habib, who's probably the most famous hairdresser in India, if not the famous hairdresser in India. This guy's got 900 salons. He's going to branch out into barbering. It's fantastic to have him on the Barber's Arms. I'm sure you guys watching this over the next few days are, again, the same motivation that me and Gary are having. What a fantastic guest, guys, to have on Barber's Arms. Absolutely so motivation. But if we have Jawed and if we asked him a question, he would like to be both kissing and cuddling. If you were having a meal, he'd be having dal. His favourite hairdresser is himself. And his favourite Hollywood star is Shahid Khan. You know, I think just we've got a great view of you now, mate, while everybody's watching us in the UK. I can't wait to get out to India to work with you again and to see you at an exhibition. We'll have a beer. Well, I'll have a beer, you'll have a water, and talk to me about how many more shops you've opened up in the next 24 hours. But it's fantastic to have you on Barber's Arms, mate. What a guest we've had on tonight. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much, sir. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Romance with hair. Romance with hair, man.
Next time we're in India, we will definitely meet up. By the way, where are you actually based?
I'm based in Bombay. Bombay is my headquarters.
All right.
Bombay is my headquarters, yes.
Lovely to meet you, sir. Thank you very much. Great guest.
Bye.
Ladies and gents, Jawed Habib from India. Gaz.
Wow, what a great guest.
Wow. I mean, that's just flown.
Hey,
what a guy.
I've got something for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Double. There was a lot of talking there. There was a lot of talking.
Have you got your tequila?
Cheers.
Oh my God, I just think I've just poured a real big session there for myself.
Good health. All the very best, sir.
I ain't faking this one, Trevor.
Do you know what? I've got one of the most important people in my life. I've got to give a shout out to before we go too far and I get slaughtered. Jake's 21st birthday today.
Your Jake?
And he's locked down in the garden. My Jake, yeah.
Jake, happy birthday to Jake. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. What a great guy. Great barber as well, your Jake. He's a really cool kid. Does he like the time when we were in Manchester and I sang karaoke with the guy on the street?
Oh, he brings it up all the time. It's his favourite show. Whenever we go out, he's like, you never fail. You never fail to make him laugh. So he sends all his best. I was going to try get him on tonight, but I don't think it'll be a bit embarrassing. I think he started about 10 o'clock this morning. So he's in the garden somewhere slumped at the moment, but we'll go out properly when the lockdown's over.
I have to say, those tequilas though, Jackie and Ross, if you're watching, I know you bought me a really nice bottle for my birthday, but that Patron is different level because I've had 2 of them big shots tonight. And, you know, I'm not baking them because they're dripping down my chin. But I don't know if it's the cup that they come with, these silver cups. You told me these are mules, by the way. You've got to go cocktails in them. But the after have you had those Patrons?
Well, I'm going to do you a special now. I'm going to pass you one over. So we're going to do a Jalisco mule. So we're going to use our mule cup.
Send me one over.
We got some crushed ice, so we put ice in there. So we got a measure. So this is, I mean, don't underestimate this. This is a fantastic present from the guys. Beautiful. Thank you, Trevor, Jackie, Ross. Beautiful. So we've got 60 ml of tequila in there. Give it another glug because we're Friday, innit? So we put 60 ml of tequila in there. We've got some lines. So we got 15mm line, but I'm going to use 3 wedges. Just there they are, fresh wedges. Just squeeze them. The barmaid's very good here. She got all this ready for me, by the way.
Oh, what's your fucking Jamie Oliver?
Squeeze all that in. Throw the peels in as well, because that's lovely. And then what we've got is, and I've just left one in the fridge cooling. We need some ginger beer.
Yeah, ginger beer.
Ginger beer. And I'm going to pass you one of these as well, because this is a great drink. I've had to practice this about 10 times, get it right. So we put in about 90, well, you know, about a third of a can of ginger beer in there. Top it up with a bit more ice. And then we have some candied ginger. Now, candied ginger, it's just like dried ginger, but it's sweetened as well. I don't know what they actually do to it, but it tastes.
Today, you and you.
It tastes delicious, honestly. So you throw that in, give it to stir.
Oh my God, he's like James Martin. He's like watching it
with the spoon on the round and on the back. I'm just going to throw a bit more ice in because I like it, and I'll just test it for you.
Well, while you're watching Gary do that, obviously he's pushing his own Patron cocktails that he's doing, but you can visit us on the Barbers Arms new website, which is the barbersarms.co.uk. Also, you can watch on our Instagram, Simon Shaw at Wahl, the British Barber, and Barbers Arms, Barbers_arms on our Instagrams for questions that you've got coming through the week. We've got a new Barbers Arms website, so have a tune into that one, which is the barbersarms.co.uk. You can watch everything that's on, and we've got podcasts coming up as well after as well. Gary, I love the tequila.
Have a taste of this. Have a taste.
Pass this one over.
You got it?
Yeah, I've got it. Well, I've got to say though, Jackie, if you're watching, I know Jackie and Ross are watching. That tequila is the nicest tequila I've ever had. And they bought me a really expensive bottle for my 40th. It's I still find with that tequila, I could drink that all day long. And me and you got that sent. We got that sent, didn't we, on Bank Holiday Sunday last week? And I kind of like kept saying to Ken Lee, I kept saying, shall we have a tequila? And she's like, no, you got to save it for Friday night. And I can't drink tequila week. That is dangerous because that is really, really nice. And, we're not pushing past on tequila on your website, but if you want to endorse Barbers Arms, you can follow the Barbers Arms website, which is thebarbersarms.co.uk suppliers. Patron tequila whenever you want, baby.
Hey, Patron. This is from Mexico, so salute.
We've got a guest coming up in 5 minutes anyway, which is a really big award-winning guest, which Gaz is going to lead the interviews with this one because obviously we just signed him up before the lockdown coming up. He's been on our radar at Wahl for a few years. And we spoke a lot, and Rick will tell you when he speaks to you, Gary, as well. The time's got to be right. You know, I think we have to be right when things are right. It's a bit like football. Footballers, sometimes you might be at your peaky game or nearly to the peaky game and people don't sign you. And I just felt it weren't right when he was doing stuff. And then we got him in when I felt it was right. And he did a big photo shoot the week before lockdown, actually. But he's a multi-award winning hairdresser that we've got coming on in a minute. And he's a great barber as well. He's really into the barbering scene. I think that's one thing that attracted him to work with Wahl as well. He's going to be doing lots of work for me during lockdown as well on some video clips and stuff. And, he's really excited. I think it's nice to mention Rick at this point as well, guys, because we've spoke about this today. So many barbers tune in every week. You know, people has phoned me up and said, I get a shower about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I get me a few drinks ready, get my laptop out and watch Barbers Arms, which is exactly what we decided to do. This is what we're doing. We're exactly the same as you guys. What do we do on a Friday night? you know, there's not lots to do. You get yourself ready, you have a shower, you have a shave. Oh, me and Gary don't have a shave, we just trim ourselves. So after shave on, which we do, you got your drinks ready, and we have a chat between each other. And I think it's absolutely fantastic that we're doing this.
I do. I know. I look forward to it, and like you said, we've got Steve Bean, and we've got Vagabonds, Jamal, and all my team, and all these local barbers that are you know, close to me, and it's great for us all to get together anyway. So everybody's sharing information and just having a beer. It's just we just need to have a little laugh and just relieve the boredom a bit. Gets you away from the missus for 5 minutes as well. You know, even though the barmaid here is very good, you know, you can't be with women 24/7, can you? You know what I mean?
Well, your barmaid looks like Kelly Brook.
Well, that's why I'm with it. But I've got something else for you here as well. Come on!
Are you kidding me? I've just had one.
What do you mean you just had? You sound like
I had one earlier.
I've just done it. I've just had one.
You're kidding me. I'm having a little one, and it is a little one. Literally, that's it, because I'm not bothered if anybody puts any messages in saying he's only having a little one, but it is a little one. It's a little shot there. It's in there.
You should be proud. You'd be proud.
You know, I've never had as much to kill in my life. What's wrong with you all? Yeah, like you said, Steve Barn. We're Carl Smith every week from Barnsley. Good mate of mine, Carl. Like you say, you've had Marie and Gary Jackson from Ireland every week. We've had lots of people that's followed us every single week. And one thing we want to do, guys, is doorbells ringing, but we want you guys, the barbers out there watching us, if you want to be on Barbers Arms, you need to get in touch with us on our website, which is thebarbersarms.co.uk. Get your messages into us. If you want to appear on Barbers Arms as a guest, then you need to get into our website. Gary, who's your next guest? The doorbell's ringing. I'm so excited.
Here we go. So we've got Mr. Rick Roberts, all the way from Yorkshire and Beverley. It's Nick Roberts Salon. Won more awards than I've had tequila, I think. He's a really, really great hairdresser. Currently the Afro Hairdresser of the Year. And we're welcoming him into the Barbers Arms right now. Are you there, Rick?
Hey.
Woo, 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 woo. Are we on, Rick? Can you hear us? He's there. How are you, mate?
Hey, Ricardo.
Hey, I'm fine. How are you?
Very well, mate. Thank you.
We know you've been watching Barbers Arms every week. What's it feel like to be on Barbers Arms?
It's like going to a new local. So it's good.
Now, Rick, I haven't actually, I think I've seen you, we've been in the same room a few times, but I don't actually know you personally really, really well as Simon does. But we're really, really chuffed and proud that you've given us your time and come on to the Barbers Arms for us on a Friday night. I know you said you've been watching us as well, so that's really great. Can you just introduce yourself, what you are, who you are, what you do, where you're from, you know, the usual stuff to the people out there that don't know you?
Like I'm on blind date, basically.
Yeah. Tell yourself, baby.
Basically, I'm Rick Roberts. If you want to kind of check me out, go on Rick Roberts Hair on Instagram. I do a lot of the stuff on there, do a lot of live fees. I ain't got 900 salons, I've got one salon. But I'll tell you what, we're trying to make a name for ourselves in the industry, but it takes a lot of hard work. And I'm very passionate. I'm a brand ambassador for Schwarzkopf and newly brand ambassador for Wahl. I'm very excited about working with them guys, and hopefully it's going to be for quite a number of years. So I'm looking forward to that.
Fantastic. Well, your new boss, I think he's just slipped out the back road because he hasn't got a very good bladder. His bladder's getting worse and worse because he's getting old now. You know. He's
you know what? I actually noted down how many shots he missed. So
Hey, listen.
he needs to make it up when he comes back.
Ken Lee's here, and she'll vouch for me. My barmaid. How many shots have I missed tonight? None.
I don't know what we're watching. He's had quite a few before the show, though, to be fair.
Oh, really professional, that is. Really professional.
Yeah. I had
Rick,
a few,
anyway,
so
what's your tipple?
The Bossy Pop. So my tipple tonight is the Cavassier, a little bit of ginger beer. I've got some lager, and for Ross or Jackie, who are looking, it's not as posh as yours, but some tequila ready in my shot glasses.
Oh, fantastic!
Actually, I'll do one now. I'll do one now for you.
Well, you need to get in with Jackie and Ross.
I can see you high end. You are. You take a lot of money take out. You would, I tell you. Well, just you've been watching the show.
I'll tell you what.
Anyway,
I look like an alcoholic at the moment.
What we've got is you can hear we've got the actual buzzer that we have to have a shot. So we're going to nail Simon now in this next 20-minute slot. We're going to see how many shots we can do in 20 minutes.
He said to me in the week, because obviously I'm speaking. Rick, did you get your products today, by the way?
Yes, I did. They just came. I've literally just got in. Probably I sent you a message. I've just come back from the salon, so I got them and I've just opened them. So yeah, they look good, really good. Getting excited to use them.
Guys, this is a new styling range that we at Wahl are launching in June. Rick's going to be doing some videos for us, for our customers, but very exciting, isn't it, Rick? And it's really nice. And Rick was part of the photo shoot that we did just before lockdown. That obviously I said last week we'd secured a front cover of that with Modern Barber on the men's section. But what I'm hearing as well is that what Rick's done as well on the photo shoot, because he did the Wednesday and Thursday of the photo shoot, that I can't say which magazine, but we were hearing that we've got front covers of that as well. So fantastic, well done, Rick.
Rick, just while we're on
Wicked. That's awesome.
I know competition is a big part of who you are and what you are. What's your motivation about competitions? I know you're very successful, and I mean there's too many awards to actually even list. And you're currently Afro Hairdresser of the Year, which I'm going to come on to in a minute because I'm really interested in that as well.
Yeah.
But what's your motivation in the actual competition side of things? I know you're only one salon, and you must take up a lot of your time. So what's your motivation there?
I think for me, the motivation of doing competitions is about kind of pushing yourself. It's kind of, my mind works overtime and it's constantly going. So it's about putting your ideas on paper or in front of the camera and seeing your work evolve. And honestly, it's about getting noticed. At the end of the day, we all want to kind of push ourselves in our industry. For me, my motto in my salon is passion and creativity. So you've got to have a passion, you've got to have a creativity. All hair, to me, doesn't matter if it's barbering to ladies or not, it's a material. As long as we're good at working with the material, we can carry on. And I feel like I can enter or try and be as better, because a lot of people say to you, oh, be as good as you can in one area. Why? Why can I not be as good as I can in all areas? I'm a northerner. Northerners have to, we're not just colorists, we have to literally do everything across the board. We have to do men's, we have to do women's, we have to do colouring, we have to do perms, we have to do, and perms are coming back in the guys. So literally we have to do it across the board. And for me, competitions lets me put it all onto one canvas and lets my creativity grow. Plus, it's, for me, I've got two boys, it's to let them, when I get older, for them to look at my work and think what the dad did.
Fantastic, mate. I think that leads us on to another question. I know you're currently Afro Hairdresser of the Year, and I know from an educator point of view, you know, we've got academies, we teach our apprentices and other people's apprentices, and, you know, from the BBA's point of view. So hair type, there's no, you know, Afro, Caucasian, monk. We've done away with all that. We've got now hair type, so it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, A, B, and C. Give some tips out there to people. You know, some people will say, oh, you know, Afro hair, I can't get a grip of it. Or I think what we've got to remember is hair's hair, isn't it? You've got to master all that. I think that's what you're getting at earlier.
100%. I think for me, hair is hair, and it's exactly what you said. You just got to not be scared of working with it. This is what I don't get. It's like, especially when we get, say for instance, we get somebody who's got Caucasian hair and someone who's got Afro hair, and they want to fade. You've got to just realize that they're both exactly the same. You just got with the textured hair or the Afro hair. You've just got to put a little bit more work in it and not be scared. If you're scared of doing a zero fade or a skin fade or anything like that, personally to me, you've got to kind of like home in on your skills a little bit more. And the same with women's hair. There's no difference with working with a curl on a woman's Caucasian hair to a woman to an Afro hair. It's just working with a different material. It's like working with suede and then working with leather. They will mold into the same shape or work with the same shape, or you can get the same kind of effect in a way, but you're just not going to be scared of it. And it's about kind of getting your education out there. And for me, I'm quite lucky that I've actually pushed myself into all different areas of my hairdressing. And it's just good to have it across the board, if you know what I mean.
I think that's really, really important to get out to young stylists, young barbers, people who've only just come, and even sometimes when they're, you know, they've been in it a long time, people need to take on new ideas. But I think what the main thing is, or what you're trying to get at is, it's all the same skills, the method, it's just adapting those techniques to the type of hair you're working with at the time, aren't you? It's not about cutting styles, it's about working with hair and cutting hair rather than cutting styles. It's about adapting all the time, isn't it, with your work?
100%. I personally think a lot of people say to you, how did you get into Afro hair? In America, they call it textured hair, but that shouldn't be a question personally. I think when you start hairdressing, it should be on the education plan that you work with textured hair. Why should it be kind of a thing where, oh, you've got to go on a different course to work with Afro hair or textured hair? At the end of the day, like I said, it's one material. We've just got to kind of maybe get a little bit more of an interest in this hair or Caucasian hair. I mean, it does my head in a little bit personally when people say, oh, how did you get into Afro hair? It's hair. But if you want to know, I've got a part of my family is black. So my granddad was black, and my mum's got Afro hair, and I got into that doing Afro hair through her. So I just love everything about it.
Gary,
Simon, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I can't get a word in edgeways. You're not stopped tonight. I think you put Graham Norton cost tonight. I can't get a word in. You know, pal.
Simon, did you hear that? Did you hear that shot thing?
Yeah, well, Rick, if you've been watching Rick as well, I have been taking shots all night tonight. And listen, I need to keep myself together because it's like, what time is it? 10 past 9. About 20 minutes left of this show, so I've got to keep it kind of real. I'll have one more shot, but let me just tell you something live here, guys, and people who's going to watch this over the next couple of coming weeks. This is not just like local now, this is global. That's one of my sayings at Wahl. We're global, not local. Rick Roberts has come to my attention in terms of what I think he can do for Wahl as a brand. But it's took a few years for me to get to really think that it can actually fit into the cog of our big machine. And let me tell you something, this guy over the next 2 years is going to be a fucking mega star. I'm going to make him a mega star. He wins loads of awards anyway, but I'm going to make him a mega star. When we get out of lockdown and we go on these big stages, I'm going to make him a mega star. I fucking think he can do the business for us. He's a big personality. He's got big talent on both hairdressing and barbering, working with my artistic team. Rick, I can't give you a big enough an endorsement. You know, we're going to get 60, 70,000 views off this week. And for me, that is telling you that I really want to, you're one of my new projects. And, you know, I can't wait to work with you. We're going to work on some stuff in next week. So, okay, it's virtual. We're going to be doing it on video. We're going to do it.
Are you there, Rick? Yeah. I thought you wanted to speak there, mate.
Are you all right? With the brand personally, and that. Yeah. I'm here. Can you can not? Hello,
Rick, just quickly. After Simon's just blown a whole bonfire up your arse, because he's like that. When he likes somebody, he really likes them. But you know, I've been told by a little birdie, you're a man after my own heart. You've been working in the salon. What have you been doing whilst we've been on lockdown? I hear you've been tiling and grouting and doing all sorts, mate.
I've been literally. Sorry, I'm just going to turn my Wi-Fi off because my Wi-Fi is going Pete Tong. So that might be a little bit better. Can you see me?
No. We can't see you.
Keep talking anyway, Rick. We can talk to you. Yeah,
you're back.
Anyway,
you're back. We can see you.
There we go. That's a lot better. My Wi-Fi's gone mental, so I put it on 4G. So that's a lot better. So basically, I've been working in the salon, and I've been tiling. I've been putting up walls. I've been doing the whole front. I've been literally doing everything myself. And today I've been bespoken a cupboard. So it's been quite good actually. I've done all the cuts in the backwash area, so I've done all the cuts for the tiles, which were a bit of a pain in the butt. But I've probably saved myself thousands of pounds actually getting myself to do it than somebody else to do it. Oh, Newcastle! I do love a bit of Newcastle.
That's near you, isn't it?
Yeah, I like Newcastle. I've not had some of that for ages. So yeah, for me, yeah, I've just been doing the whole salon. Back in tomorrow. I think I sent an image to Simon just before I came on saying that I was I just finished doing this like slatted wall, and I was going straight back home. So I've been working. That's why I shaved my hair. So when I go to B&Q on my trade account, I look like a builder.
So Rick
wants to say hello to you.
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing, Kenley?
Your number one fan.
You wanna see their salon? It's really good. I love the bricks and the what's it, the little flower wall.
It's lovely,
so
isn't it?
It looks really good.
I was in there scrubbing it last week when you was doing Barbers' Arms. I was in there on my hands and knees with my scrubbing brush, cleaning all my salon.
Is that how Simon gets you?
And this week I'm the barmaid.
Yeah, she needs to go get some proper attire on, because I don't like bar staff wearing the proper attire. I don't think she's wearing the proper attire, so I do apologise to our viewers out there. That,
you didn't make her wear that uniform again, did you?
Yeah.
Listen, it's in its make-believe. It's in its make-believe world.
See the bar behind me?
Rick, anyway. So, from a point of, I know you've your ladies salon, but you do a lot of gents as well. What's your split between ladies and gents at the moment? What kind of numbers are you there?
I have literally probably about 40% gents and 60% women. I do a lot of gents. Actually, before I took the whole salon upstairs and refitted it, I had a barber section. So I did all shaves. So I do shaves, I do turkey shaves. I actually got one of the old, I actually got it from India, funny enough. You know, you put the hands, it's like a massage thing you put on your hands and it gives you the full massage on the back. It vibrates. It's really good. It just gives an extra service. And we do the hot towel shaves. Obviously, they won't be coming in anymore for quite a long time. But yeah, probably about 40 to 60% women to men. So we do a lot of, and I'm actually all right at. I think I'm actually really good at men's. So that's me being honest or humble.
How do you think it's going to affect trade with when we go back? I mean, everybody keeps saying post-COVID. I don't think it's going to be post-COVID for a long time. I think this is with us for a long time, isn't it? It's going to affect business.
100%.
100%. So how's it going to affect your business, do you think, from a point of view of operating? Will you have to put special measures in? How many staff? What are you going to do?
We're lucky that we're over 3 floors because I used to live over the top of my salon. So I bought a house instead of renting shops. I bought a house and redid it. So I own the shop and we converted it. So we're lucky that our stations are like 2 meters kind of in front of it, like distance. And all we're doing is basically waiting for the guidelines of the government. We put hand sterilizers in. We'd probably put in 1 perspex sheet between the backwash because we've got 3 backwashes, 2 downstairs, 1 upstairs. And one that station that's close, I put a slat wall in and we put in a perspex sheet in there. Now, personally, yesterday on my Instagram, if you guys want to go and check it out, on my Instagram is literally, I had a little bit of a rant because I was a little bit annoyed with all this going on that, and I heard Simon saying before about opening earlier. There's so much confusion going on all these forums. And for me, if you've got a date of opening, let's just aim towards that date. You know, the 4th of July is basically when we're going to be reviewed. We could open on the 4th of July or we may not. Because if you think of the shops, were reviewed on a certain date, but they had to open 3 weeks later. So we're actually opening on the 7th of July and getting all the guys in on the 4th. If we can open on the 4th, we're going to get everybody in on the Saturday, go through all the rigmarole of all like health and safety, how to do a run through, and actually just have like a big team meeting and not basically go like 2 feet in and panic and get everybody in. Because if you get everybody in straight away, all your PPE or everything that you go is going to go out the window. We need to make it really safe for our clients. Even if the client's not bothered, you'll have clients that are bothered. So our guidelines at the moment.
Rick, that's a really, really good, and we're going to get off this in a minute. We're going to have, in fact, we've got to have another.
It's short time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Hey, look, I'm not getting any. Hey, Jackie and Ross, if you want to send me some of that Patron, I've never tried it, but you know,
it's the nicest tequila you can ever have. Just a little.
Well, I've got some of this. I've got some of this cheap stuff.
That's all we need. Little dash. Here we go.
Here we are.
Good, Alf. Salute.
Simon, that's not a little dash. Was there any in that?
I ain't faking it this week. Jesus, that's free.
You know what? I rang him up. I rang him up this week, and I said, you know, I'm going to make you do shots because every time on Barbers Arms, you've not been doing shots.
We
And Gary's
have,
been
though.
doing the
We have
shots.
been doing shots. Everybody sends it. Ellie McCann and everybody. What's everybody drinking out there, by the way? Send your message in what everybody's drinking. If you want to hear some of the stories that we had tonight, join us on the new Barbers, the barbersarms.co.uk new website that we've got coming out. So you can join us. Any questions that you've seen Jawed Habib tonight or Rick Roberts also as well with Simon Shaw Wahl on my Instagram, or the British Barber, which is Gary Machin, or Barbers_arms on our Instagram. So these are the sites that you can see us on, on different sites afterwards. But
Simon,
yes,
or Patron Tequila, they should be paying us now. I tell you.
I think, Gary, they might be paying you secretly anyway. I think you might just slip me underneath the radar there. I've been busy. I'm busy with wall stuff through the day. I think you've been busy with tequila supplies and stuff like that.
Hey, Simon, when you come down, if you look at the pub behind me, this is my local. This is actually my local pub.
This is your local?
Fine.
Yes. So I actually got a picture of my local pub, and this is where I go every Friday night. And I'm here with you guys. So when the lockdown, you two have to come down and come to this local.
Gary's in charge of the live views. In terms of when we go out live, he's going to be picking the local boozers where we go to interview barbers and hairdressers in their local boozers on a Friday night. So we're really looking forward to that, actually. We've got lots of people who are requesting to come on that. That's another thing as well, guys. Put your requests in if you're a local barber, wherever you are watching Barbers Arms. If you want to come on to the show, please follow us on our Instagrams and also our website. Get in there and get yourself put forward, which should be really good.
Rick, anyway, just quickly, I know probably a few people on here aren't per se with what your story is, but how did you get into hairdressing? How did you get into barbering, or what was your path?
So my first part, I was a builder. I was a sparky. So I worked on building sites. I was an apprentice electrician. And then one of my friends was a hairdresser. And I ended up not really liking, the firm went bust. I didn't really like what I was going down. I couldn't get another apprenticeship. I went basically to college. And I worked on recording studios. I wanted to be an electronic engineer. So I worked on recording studios, making up bands and stuff like that. But I'm not really good with maths. And the maths was too hard for me. And one of my friends was a hairdresser. And that's why I've got a calculator now. So one of my friends was a hairdresser. And I was there waiting for her. And I had my boots on. My rigger boots on, and I was just waiting. I was thinking, I could do hairdressing. So I only went in it as a win, and I realised that I was actually quite good at it, and I had a passion for it. And ever since then, I started in Wigan and Leigh. So I started in Leigh in a small salon at the age of 19, going on 20. I was a late starter in hairdressing, and then all of a sudden, I just kind of push myself. I've never, from the age of 20, and I'm nearly 40. Well, I'm not nearly 40. I'm 38 this year. I have literally pushed myself. And when people say it comes easy, it only comes easy because either your boss or somebody else has opened the doors for you. When you're opening the doors for yourself, it's quite hard, and it's taken me years to push myself in the industry and better myself. So, and then that's it. And the rest is kind of history, as you would say. And I'm still learning. I'll learn from everybody. I'll stand there and just assist somebody and watch them, because everybody's got a skill. And there's always new things going on. It's like fashion. It goes round, like a whole round circle. but then they edit it, so they add a little bit more into that fashion. So you can never stop learning. If someone says, "Oh, I know it all," to me, you finish hairdressing or you finish barbering. You never stop learning. There's always something out there.
Beautiful, mate. That's a fantastic ethos. If you could say one thing to yourself years ago, or somebody who's watching, up and coming, 20-something, done the training, what's the best bit of advice you could give them?
Take advice off people. Don't think they're always kind of constructive criticism, as he would say. Take that, because they're only doing it to help you. And it takes time, and it takes a bit of a humble side of you to kind of say, yeah, I kind of understand that. Because they've got, and now I'm kind of giving constructive criticism to people now. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but it's one of them things. You know, there was a young person today, she looked young, obviously, on my Instagram saying, she said one of the legends in the industry saying the truth about what was going on when I was having a little rant on Instagram. I was like, I ain't a legend. I'm just a hairdresser. I'm just at different stages of my career. You know what I mean? I get on with anybody. I do a job. I'm a northerner. I like to have a good time. I'm a family man. And at the end of the day, I'll help anybody. I'm not above my station. I'll always help everybody, and I'll always try and be as nice as I can to somebody. But if you kind of get on the wrong side of me, I'll just push you to the side and I'll just carry on my same path.
Have you ever got into education? Educate?
I worked for a company called Matrix beforehand. 5.5 years. I was the creative director of them. So I colour cut, barber, I do everything. So across the board, I was the busiest educator, I was told. I was the most booked up educator. And now, obviously, working with Schwarzkopf and Wahl, I educate across the world. So I do barbering, I do texture, I do colouring, I teach the young artistic teams. I had one of the biggest maze, which obviously that's gone, that I've had in years. But yeah, I educate. I love educating. I love seeing people. If they can leave with something that I've taught them, that's great for me.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to even just one thing, isn't it? But going from the education side of things, and I know obviously you're very passionate. How do you interact that? And there's a lot of guys out there, or a lot of ladies as well, because we have a huge ladies following, and obviously there's more ladies in our industry than gents, because we prove that with what we've gained on the economic report that we did. But from your point of view, you know, what I'm trying to get across is, how would you say, from a young person going into the industry and trying to make the most of it, if you like, how do they manage the salon and educating at the same time? Because this is it's a big crossover. And I think there's a lot of egos that everybody wants to be an educator. Everybody isn't trained educator. But I think there's a lot of people that think, oh, I've been on stage, I've made it, they leave the salon behind kind of thing. Or, you know, how do you manage the salon, keeping your salon happy and correct, and being on the road and being an educator at the same time?
Personally, the way I look after the salon and educate at the same time is that when I'm looking after the salon, I'm lucky that I've got the other side of me, which is Zoe, which is the boss, the missus, and she runs the salon. But obviously before that, she wasn't a hairdresser, she worked in the council, but we still run the salon. But a lot of my education days are on Mondays. So I was off on a Monday, so I was working 24/7. So I was going down on a Sunday, and I was working on a Monday and then going back into the salon on the Tuesday to the Saturday. So I wasn't really getting a day off. But for anybody that is going to do that, you've got to think, you know what? You've got to put your everything into it. It's hard. You're tiring. The amount of times I'm coming back at 12. I mean, when I went down to Wahl, I think I text Simon. I don't think I got in till 1:45. So the traveling's not the best thing, but you've just got to know that it's going somewhere. So at the end of the day, I'm lucky that I've got Zoe that will run the salon. But what it does, it keeps my clients and my staff excited about what's going on next. What am I doing? What's coming up next? I love to bring some of the staff on there. We've got some new young guns, and it's just great to kind of see them kind of push themselves. I'm up to that point in my career now where I like to see my staff do well, and obviously kind of just help them in their career path. I don't want anybody to put
So Rick, based on all that information, tell us a funny story. What's really enlightened you? Not during lockdown, but just what's one funny story that sticks out in your mind, whether it be a client or whether it be something that's happened in your salon or
on the road?
Oh man, I've got so many.
Tell us one.
So, well, I'll give you a few. I had one client that came in, literally drew me a picture and wanted the hair like that. She drew a stick man with a load of hair around it and said, "This is how I want my hair." So that was like, are you literally serious? So this is what I'm thinking in my head. I'm not actually saying that to her. I'm like, yeah, they're professional. Yeah, we'll do that. And then when I did it, she's like, yeah, it's perfect. Traveling down, I remember, obviously it's not all always pretty. It's a bit of blue. I was on the train, and I was on the, where the seats fold down near the toilet. Yeah. And this guy, you could tell that he was desperate. So literally, when he went into the toilet, I was sat near the door. I heard every part of what was going on in that toilet, and I've never seen someone come out so sweating. So that's the glamorous side. That's the glamorous side of educating when you're coming home.
Hey! We've seen this live on this show, so don't apologise. We've seen everything.
Oh yeah, when someone left the headphones in. Anyway.
Yeah, I apologise for that. Listen, that was a mistake. And tonight I've not got no headphones in tonight.
Hey, I've got Zoe's bought me some.
Oh, here we go.
AirPods.
No earpods tonight because Gary told me off because when I went for a wee, everybody could hear me. So a little drizzle of patron, and here we go. Cheers, Rick.
Rick, tea house here.
Cheers, everybody that's watching tonight and over the next few days. Thanks for watching us at Barbers Arms.
Anyway, can I just say to everybody, and I say it on my shows when I'm doing shows, that if anybody wants any advice, like you young guys that are out there, Simon, your face.
Oh, no. I ain't faking that one. Honestly, are you getting
that warm?
No,
warm
I ain't
feeling?
faking that tonight. I've had about 4 of those bastards tonight. And I swear down.
Show me the bottle.
I'm doing like Sean. They keep saying to me, keep taking shots. And bing, ding. Oh, we'll have a soundbite for a shot. Fuck off. I'm professional. I can't do that. I'm struggling. Oh, no fake.
Simon, let's see your bottle.
Sorry, Rick. You were saying, Rick.
Let's see the bottle. Let's see if you're really drinking it. Oh yeah, you are.
Rick, he's become a lightweight in his old age. He's a lot older than us, isn't he? So, you know, now and again, we got to cut him some slack. I mean,
Well, this was a full bottle before I came on.
You
You
do
need Jackie
realise
Ross and your patron.
I went to
sorry?
60th in January.
No, Gary, you did, but Gary, you are a professional drinker. Listen, Rick, when we were out with him, we go to an exhibition, and honestly, I can't drink with this guy because he will do like 20 and 30 pints when I can do 7 or 8. And he walks on stage with his suit on, his tie on. He does a shave on stage. I can't do it, honestly. Gary Machin is the pro of doing this. I can't do it. But those tequilas are fucking doing me in tonight, to be fair.
You've gone all, Simon, you've gone all,
everybody.
you've gone all red.
I know, but it's nice weather outside, isn't it? You know,
No, you weren't red before you started this.
A Gypsy King t-shirt on. It's not a bank holiday weekend, but it's a nice weekend. We're looking forward to a nice weekend, weather-wise, as best we can.
Anyway, Rick, can I just say, your breath of fresh air, mate. Fantastic guest. We're gonna definitely have to meet up for a pint, mate. But
100%.
I just have to jig him along now and again. You know, the old fella. We need to ask you some very personal questions. You don't have to answer them truthfully if you don't want to, but you know, the more controversial the better. And I'm going to hand you over to my partner in crime, Mr. Simon Wahl.
Rick, here we go.
I can see his laugh. His laugh
Here we go.
beforehand.
We keep changing these questions. Some people have been asking us as well for the week. Oh, you've changed questions. Yeah, because it gets like a bit, you know, we need to change it up. So, Rick, kissing or cuddling?
Exactly what the guy before, what was he called? Jawed. Yeah, you start with a bit of cuddling and you do a bit of kissing, or you're doing both together. You know it all is. You got to be
all right. That's fine. Both. Your favorite meals?
My favorite meal? Oh, Japanese.
What would be your ideal dinner date?
Ideal dinner date? Obviously, the other half.
Oh, because, come on, man.
Ideal dinner date.
Yeah, who would you like to go for dinner with?
Someone who's fun.
Listen.
Just have a laugh. Just have a laugh with somebody. Somebody that makes me laugh.
Who's your ideal dinner date? Who could it be? Is Hairdresser or famous?
You know what? Not to blow smoke up your ass, Simon. You were funny when I had dinner with you. when we went to that Turkish place where we just went. I thought, what the hell did we go into?
Hey, Rick,
take that one.
Rick,
yeah.
Did he take you that one on the front, where by the sea?
No, we were in London and we went.
This was in London, Gary. So
we went to a random.
I'll take that one, Rick. I'll take it.
Random one.
What's your favorite?
He takes everybody there.
Rick, what's your favorite destination?
Turkey. Or the Caribbean, but I was meant to be in Turkey next week, but obviously that got cancelled.
Okay, and who's your favourite hairdresser?
Do you know what? My favourite hairdresser for me, for the person he is, I don't know. There's Errol, because I get on with Errol.
Come on, more.
Do you know what? Do you know what? There's nobody. I know it sounds really stupid.
We need one name though.
One name. Robert Eaton. I love what Robert Eaton does.
Oh, I love Robbie.
I think he's just a genuine guy. I love Errol, but I love Robert.
Here we go.
And
Rick Roberts, Wahl ambassador. It's great to have you on the show. If Rick was in a position where he was kissing or cuddling, he'd like to do both. What kind of food would he like while he's kissing and cuddling? He'd like Japanese food. Who would he be like to having that food with? Myself, Simon Shaw. So I don't know about kissing and cuddling. What the fuck's wrong with you, Rick? I don't know about that. Really weird.
You've got the boobs. You've got the boobs for it.
Rick will be sat in Turkey. We will be sat in Turkey, kissing and cuddling, eating Japanese food in Turkey, and Robbie Eaton would be cutting my hair and his hair because he's our favourite hairdresser. That's all we're going to say tonight, Rick. Rick Roberts,
the most awkward.
Rick Roberts, the current Afro hairdresser of the year, Wahl ambassador, Wahl contracted stylist. It's been great to have you on the Barbers Arms. Thank you very much.
Friend.
And I know you watch every week. Keep watching. Ladies and gents, Rick Roberts.
Can I just ask you, can I just say something to you guys?
Yes.
To everybody who's watching, if you would need any information or any advice for you young hairdressers, or you ever want to assist me or anything like that, I say it to everybody on the shows, follow me on Rick Roberts Hair, or just send me a message or watch my line. I'm always looking for assistance. I was there. Just carry on with your journey and do what you do. Ooh, excuse me. Do what you're doing.
Rick.
I'll see you soon.
Rick. Thank you very
guys.
much, mate. All the very best. Thank you very much. You've been a great
pleasure.
Great
Absolute
guest.
pleasure. Look forward to seeing you in Beverly.
Cheers.
Guys, I'm shattered. It's been a long night tonight.
For you?
Well, I think it's the patron. El patron.
You started too early. You started too early, didn't you?
I did, mate. I'm glad you've carried it through tonight. You did really well. You carried me all the way through tonight. I thought the guy from India.
Me lad.
I've got to say, I thought Jawed Habib from India was so inspirational. You know, I've seen him loads of times in India, and you know, sometimes you can look. I've got a tattoo inside of my arm. Is "Don't judge me till you know me," and I judged him slightly before I got to know him. I used to think this guy just walks around, thinks it's like it. Everybody follows him. But listening to him tonight, he's just got so much knowledge, so much inspiration behind him. He's such a proper business person. Wow, I'm like blown away with him.
You know when you ask me the questions about who would you like to take out to dinner, and you know your head or something else takes over your heart or wherever else. I think I might change my dinner date now and take Habib with me. Jawed with me. He's really nice fella, lovely, down to earth. Can you imagine? His mind must be racing 24/7. I mean,
fantastic.
He's opening 15 salons a month. 15 salons a month. That's one every 2 days.
He was just so unbelievable, weren't he? Just like so passionate, so knowledgeable, so like into everything he said. He's not just like, it's not like someone just putting it into a brand. He actually believes in it. He actually gets like what he wants to get out of it. I thought it was fantastic. Really good. Really good.
I think we all believe in a brand. I think we all believe in what we believe in. It's just, obviously he doesn't drink. He does. I mean, he said he didn't even eat. All he wants to do is be successful, open more businesses. And I've met such a lot of people. I was talking to Trevor about this a while ago. You meet certain people along your journey, don't you? And what we do, and we're very lucky that we travel a lot. And you meet so many people that unbelievably focused, passion. We finish work, we go to the pub, or we finish work on a Friday, we go to the pub. Don't get me wrong, we're totally professional. I know you are. How you write your notes. We're always constantly looking at what we can improve. But some of these guys, they're like 24/7, aren't they? They don't have a Saturday off. They don't have a Sunday off.
He said he didn't drink or eat or. I understand it. That amount of salons, 900 salons already. It's like, wow. I know Rick's same as well. Rick's like, when he's doing his photo shoots and that, he lives and breathes it to a point where I look at it and think, I've never done that. And I've got good results from photo shoots, but I don't do it as much as you do. But that's like, I like it. You've got to take your hat off to these people, and you've got to take your hat off to people who do that kind of stuff. Guys, if you're watching and over the next few days, visit us on the barbersarms.co.uk, the new website that's up. Sammy Shaw Wahl, the British barber, which is Gary Machin, and Barbers_arms, which is our Instagram. This is all new for Barbers Arms. Guys, we thank you so much. Last week we had just short of 60,000 views of this show. And, I sent Gary a message last week saying I would not want any other presenter to work with me, barring you. This chemistry between me and Gary has worked really well. And I want to say again tonight, live to all of you, instead of sending Gary a message. Gary Machin is a fantastic barber, a fantastic ambassador for this industry. He stands for everything that's good. He don't only fight for his own salons, but he fights for the industry as well, where he does work on the Barber Council and everything else that he does. So I'm very privileged to be sat here as a Wahl Global Artistic Director to work alongside Gary. And, for me, it's great to do that, because I think it's important when you're doing things like this that you're working with somebody with some caliber. There's no one better caliber in barbering than Gary Machin. And I'm really proud to be a co-presenter.
Love you, mate, I do. I tell you what, if we were in the pub now, we'd be giving a big hug now here, I tell you. I'm a huggy person anyway. Come on, bring it in, baby. Bring it in.
I'm huggy.
Love you, mate, honestly. Love you.
Gary,
anyway.
Finishing off this week, I know we always finish off with a nice soiree. I don't think there's anything to say to anybody out there that's not being said. That you've got the date. You've now seen that the Premier League and things like that started, and dentists are opened, and there's certain retailers that are open.
Yeah.
If we get to open earlier than what we've been said, which is the 4th of July, good on it. If it's not, then stick to that date. Still do what you've got to do, because it is a close-up contact thing that we do. And, I think we've just got to make sure that we stick to them rules. But I tell you what, I think it will be really good when we get back. I think you're going to earn loads of dough. I think this is it. Barbers Arms is a place to be. You're going to get the best guests on here. You're going to get the best advice. And I think when you get back, you're going to look back at these shows. You're going to look back at, we're going to do things live when we get back into it. And I think Barbers Arms is going to be a place where we'll look at COVID-19 and think, hey, listen, this is where we saw things that were happening with Barbers Arms. And when we get back to it, we'll relate to everything that's connected us together, and we'll fucking smash it together. I'm looking forward to everything. Gary.
Mate, love you. You know that. Love the crack. Love our guests. If anybody out there, Simon, he's been dropping up every time we've had an interval. if anybody wants to see anybody particular on the show, because it's about the show is about the barbering community as well. We want you to be interactive as well. Any questions, anything you want to know about the industry at the moment, how we going forward. I don't want really get bogged down in PPE and everything else, like some of the sites that we've got, but don't do anything rash. Don't do anything rash until we know what's happening. Hopefully we're getting back on the 5th or the 4th, sorry. It isn't guaranteed, it isn't set in stone yet. We love you all. We're all in the same boat. Don't do anything silly. But the main thing is we just got to keep positive. Got to keep watching him dodging drinks. Love you all.
I've not done any.
Let's go. Come on, baby.
Guys,
we're going to be great.
This is Barbers Arms. We love every ground root barber that's watching what we do, and every hairdresser that's watching what we do. We love what you're doing. We love what's going to happen. And I tell you what, me and Gaz are going to be behind you all the way. Get into us. Follow us on our websites and our Instagrams. We love what you're doing. And we can't wait to watch you next week, or, what's going to happen next week. Keep messaging us, and me and Gaz will keep pumping away.
Yeah, we'll try and answer everything we can, but if you want to see a particular guest, keep throwing them in there. We're going to take it all around the world. Hopefully we've got somebody from America next week. Love you all. That's it. It's been a pleasure.